Communications Director with Ohio EPA's Communications and Outreach Office, and I will facilitate this evening's meeting. The purpose of today's hearing is to obtain comments from any interested persons regarding a draft air permit for VRNG for a landfill gas recovery facility located at 12500 West County Road 18, Fostoria, Ohio 44830, adjacent to the Wind Waste Innovations of Seneca County landfill. If the draft permit is approved, the facility would accept landfill gas and refine it into a pipeline quality gas. Ohio EPA published a public notice to announce the hearing and public comment period on Ohio EPA's website and in Ohio EPA's Weekly Review, which is a publication that lists by county all agency activities and actions taking place in the state of Ohio. All interested persons are entitled to attend or be represented and to submit comments concerning the draft permit. All comments received as part of the official record will be considered by the Director of Ohio EPA. The court reporter is here to make a record of tonight's proceedings. Written and oral comments received as part of the official record are reviewed by Ohio EPA prior to a final action of the Director. To be included in the official record, written comments must be received by Ohio EPA by the close of business, November 25th, 2024. These comments may be presented today or mailed to Ohio EPA, NWDO DAPC at 2195 347 North Dunbridge Road, Bowling Green, Ohio 43402. Attention, Mohammed Smitty, or email to Mohammed Smitty at epa.ohio.gov, and I have that information behind me. All written comments submitted by November 25th received the same consideration as testimony submitted tonight. Written statements submitted after that date may be considered as time and circumstances allow, but will not be part of the official record of the hearing. Questions and comments made at the public hearing will be responded to in a document known as a response to comments. The Director, after taking into consideration the recommendations of the program staff and comments presented by the public, may issue or deny the permit. Once the final decision is made by the Director, the final permit decision, along with the response to comments, will be made available to anyone who requests a copy. Final actions of the Director are appealable to the Environmental Review Appeals Commission, also known as ERAC. The board is separate from Ohio EPA and reviews cases in accordance with Ohio's environmental laws and rules. If you wish to present testimony at this hearing tonight and have not already completed a blue card, please do so now and return it to me or an Ohio EPA representative. The cards are available in the back at the registration table. You may testify only once and speak for 5 minutes. So I ask that you use your time wisely and be respectful of others providing their comments and questions. Ohio EPA's public hearings afford citizens an opportunity to provide input. Therefore, we are not able to answer questions during the hearing, nor is there cross-examination of the speakers or Ohio EPA representatives. I or an Ohio EPA representative may ask clarifying questions of speakers to ensure the record is as complete and accurate as possible. If you have a question, please phrase your comments in the form of a question, and the agency will address your concerns in writing within the response to comments document. So we will now receive testimony. As I call your name, please step up to the microphone, state your name, and spell it for the record, and then proceed with your testimony. The first person requesting to testify is Rochelle Harmon.
Rochelle Harmon, RACHELLE, I just want to say that I asked you questions earlier and you gave me answers. Everything was great, but as an adjacent landowner, as I stated, I didn't get notified, and I heard from a neighbor out here in the crowd that he didn't get notified. I don't think it's fair that you decide tonight on the permit when neighboring adjacent landowners weren't notified or don't know about this. We need to notify, get on the auditor's website, look up addresses, contact information, notify the whole community within a mile radius before we make a decision tonight, because it impacts their lives just as much as it impacts mine and my farm and my family. My mother-in-law lives about a half mile from the landfill, and the creek that runs through her property that I will someday own, it's being affected from the landfill. And she was never notified. Nobody in the strip by the golf course was probably notified. So before you make a decision tonight, think about all those people that haven't been notified. That's all I want to add or say.
Thank you.
I have to wait for questions or anything?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Next is Deb Tyson.
Well, I do think that you guys have done better in how you present it, but I do agree with the one that was here before me that there was not good notification. In fact, I got a notification that said Hancock County, and then it just gladly disappeared, and I can only see Seneca. So it makes me question, who is it? That's when I reached out to the EPA. And of course, I did note that to them. And my concern is that you each have a job, which that's great, but the information, we need, I don't have Wi-Fi. I don't have any of that. We need a way that's just, I pick it up, maybe I can go to the mayor's office, doesn't matter. There has to be a way that the citizens in the area that is affected can get the information. And basically, that would be my thing to take away. And if anybody wants to reach out to me, Max will tell you. I will talk to you. Not a problem. Thank you.
Next is Joy Walters. No? Okay, thank you. After that, Thomas Dahmer. And please say and spell your name for the record. Thank you.
It's Thomas Domich, D-O-M-I-C-H. This is directed at you guys for the most part, but it does involve what's going on at the landfill, whether it's a new facility, a new project, or whatever. It's still all about the landfill in the end. But I start to wonder about the efficiency and the makeup of the EPA, what it's here for. If regulations are made, and they're made to be broken by offering permits for a certain amount of money, then why make the regulations in the first place? Why tell somebody that something is safe at this level, but then someone will come up behind and say, well, we need to go higher than that. Now, okay, well, just give us a few, however many dollars to get it done. You guys make yourselves look bad. Because, and it's not personal, this isn't personal for any of you, it's the entire agency itself. Everything is built around money. We all know that. Everything. But the way you guys are getting the money is not by helping us, it's by destroying everything that is in your path. You can't make a regulation and then give somebody a permit to break it. Does that make sense to any of you here? It's like robbing from Peter to pay Paul. It doesn't work. As far as I'm concerned, I would prefer if some other agency took over watching all this stuff. Maybe the citizens themselves have one. But continuing to let them regulate themselves and any other projects that they're building, and you guys saying that you're regulating them, it doesn't work. You can't do both. Either you're for us or you're against us. So if you're for us, don't make regulations and then give permits to be broken. Thank you.
The last comment card I have is Lou Wakia.
Lewis, L-O-U-I-S, Watkins, W-A-T-K-I-N-S. I don't understand why you guys have left them go so far as it is and destroy so much. Doesn't matter to you guys, does to us. Oh, here. It does matter to us. This is our home. Our home. But you come in and push your way through a little old crack in the hole where a shift's dump was, and then you guys tried to say you didn't do nothing there, but you dug it out and you filled more in. I live down the road from you. I know what you're doing. I'm tired of it. This whole place is tired of it. We want satisfaction. Where do we get it? By allowing them to make, now we're gonna give them more money to produce gas? Who's getting the gas? Are they importing anything to run that gas through too? I know this, you guys aren't gonna answer me, but when's enough enough? I stand up here every time you guys are here and ask you that question. When's enough enough? We've had enough. You go down along those railroad tracks and just look at the rats laying around, dead, that have fallen off those railroad cars. That water that runs through just building materials runs into the creek too, after it rains through it. And that's okay too, I suppose. I'm a little louder this time because evidently the last time I was here, I didn't get it across. You, I thought, got it, but you went ahead and gave them the expansion, and I thought the expansion was just to dig out the old shift dump and then fill it back in, so you're going to let them dig another hole besides that afterwards? What are you doing? I don't get it. Does anybody get it, other than the ones that are getting their pockets lined and the ones that us that are losing our lives through the different cancers that are out there? We have to, and I'm sorry to bring this up, but we have to drink that water. My wife's not allowed to bathe in it. She has to shower, which you guys don't care about that either, but I do. I like to please my wife. Making her not allowing to do something she likes. Would you guys do that to your wives? Would you do that to your husbands? Any of you? Tell them, no, you can't. Ain't doing it. Your favorite thing you want to do, you'll go to church tomorrow. No, I want to stay home and watch Captain Kangaroo on the television. Do your job, help us. I don't know where, I'm not blaming you for taking money in your pockets. I really wish you'd have more morals than that. I mean, people's lives, you know, by okaying this, what are they going to do with the gas? They've dealt with it the last 20 years, 30 years. How long have you been out here, guys? How long have you been here in Falls Storia? 20 years?
They don't know the answer.
Okay, I'm sorry. But stick up for us. Isn't that what we pay you? I know I'm not going to say that, but do what you need to do for us. I mean, how would you like to watch your neighbor sit there and die of bone marrow cancer, and they took her to California, the closest place they could find to get her treated, and they couldn't even kill the pain until she died. When she died, I'm sure what time. Asked the other guy back there, I told him too. But how would you like to watch that? I sat there and watched that every day. I went over and prayed with that lady and done everything I possibly could. But at the end, she still died. How do you get something like that's rare? And they're falling all around. I'll bet you there's 5 in the last 5 months have died out in that area. Because Fostoria won't furnish us water. Seneca County won't furnish us water. We're stuck with well water. And by the way, Mr. Podak, are you out here? Yeah, there you are. I don't need another drill. I don't need another well. I heard your smart remark and I didn't appreciate it.
Sir, that's your time. Thank you.
Let me say one more thing. Think about somebody else for once. Think about the people that live here, that grew up here, and don't want to have to move away. We'll just tap one anyways. I want to tap next time. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other people who'd like to make an official public comment on the record? All right. If there are are no further requests to present testimony, we will end the hearing. As a reminder, we will accept written comments on this permit application through 11:59 p.m. on November 25th, 2024. You can send those comments to Ohio EPA, Northwest District Office, NWDO, DAPC, 2195, 347 North Dunbridge Road, Bowling Green, Ohio, 43402. Attention, Mohammed Study, or email to mohammed.study@epa.ohio.gov. If you have questions after tonight, you may reach out to either myself or Mohammed at our contact information, which is displayed on this slide. Thank you for your cooperation and participation in Ohio EPA's decision-making process. The time is 7:22 p.m. and this hearing is adjourned. Thank you.